Hey you guys, welcome back to Raquel Las Vegas. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody who participated and watched the video from yesterday, my first video that I posted. And thank you to everybody who responded to the question via social media, and the people who chimed in, with the exception of my cousin calling me old. The people who chimed in via the channel, all that fun stuff. Thank you. This is going to be fun because I can already see where people are going to start getting touchy-feely and not going to like me so much. But that's okay. That's totally okay because, like I said, I'm here for a whole different reason. As you can see, yes, I'm at work. And yes, I'm on my lunch break yet again. Just work with me, okay? Grow with me here. On some days, look, your girl can clean up. It's just not right now. I work at a construction company. Like, come on. I'm not gonna look great every day. But we'll get to that later. So, I got the thank you out of the way. If you still have not yet participated, that is all right. Trust me, there's going to be a million more topics. So don't even worry if you didn't get to chime in this first time. And you can still chime in later. Who's to say we won't talk about this again? But we're going to just hop right into the nitty gritty because we're just gonna. And I don't know. I'm not the type to like draw things out. I ramble from time to time, but I'm not going to sit here for like 3 hours trying to like build you up for it. No, we're just going to jump right in. So, fault versus responsibility in relationships. A lot of the responses, I got like 50-50 on the answer. Not saying that there's like a right or wrong answer. This is obviously, again, opinion-based. I am not the end-all be-all on relationships. I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of experience. I've been around a lot, but I'm not the sole decision maker on what's right or wrong in your relationship. You have to go with what resonates with you. So just something to keep in mind. But so the general, I guess I would say the general like overall answer that everybody said was that if something is someone's fault, it is, or it should be being the key word here, should be that person's responsibility to fix and or change said problem. Not to say that this is wrong. This is just what the overall consensus was. Now, I'm not going to lie. To a degree, I feel like some of the answers were prescribed answers because they sound right versus what people actually apply in their everyday relationships, but that's totally separate. That's just my opinion of it based on how often this sort of thing comes up. Now, I've got news for you. It's not their responsibility. Ooh, big scary. This is where people are going to start wanting to bite my head off. Look, the deal is something being somebody's fault. Yeah, in a perfect world, they should be the one to fix it. They should be the one that wants to take that initiative to do something about it. Or, you know, if they see what your reaction is, if somebody pisses you off, if somebody hurts your feelings, whatever it is, they should want to rectify said situation. Okay, we don't live in a world where people do that. If somebody, first of all, if somebody's maliciously doing something to you, guarantee they're not going to take the time to fix that. Two, a lot of times people are unconsciously doing things like this. And again, if it's unconscious, they're not going to take the time to fix it. So, this is where it gets tricky. You have to keep in mind that at the end of the day, you're in charge of you. You're in charge of your reactions. You're in charge of how you feel. If that person that pissed you off, hurt your feelings, caused you to get a divorce, excuse me, sorry, I was sick. But anyway, whatever it is, your best friend like said something to somebody that they shouldn't have said. Whatever it is, just because they did that to you doesn't mean they care enough to fix it. at the end of the day, you have to take control and responsibility for yourself. That person is not responsible for you, if that makes sense. In other words, stop placing the blame on that other person to work so hard to fix it, because it may not be in them to do so. I'm not saying there's nobody in the world that's going to do that. There are some people that are going to take the time to, fix it, figure out what they did wrong, and oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Here's how what we can do to fix it. Some people are like that. Most people aren't. It's a harsh reality and it sucks, but that's just what it is. So stop expecting somebody to make you feel better. Guess what? If that person dies tomorrow, who's in charge of making you feel better then? You are. That's the cool thing about being a human. You're kind of in charge of yourself. So being in whatever situation it is, I need you guys to keep in mind, you are in control of you. That saying of worry about yourself is not there for no reason. And it's not there to be selfish. It's not there to be a butthead. Like, it's there to say, oh my God, I'm in control of my life. That means if I decide I want to walk down the street to go get a Slurpee, I can do that. If I decide I want to drive my car into a tree, well, guess what? I can do that too. Nobody go out and do that. It was just an example. Calm down. We're not suicidal around here. Mental health is actually the next topic, but we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, but I mean, seriously, I'm being 100% real. You guys in the world, and I'm not speaking to anybody specifically, but in generalizing this subject, fault and responsibility do not go hand in hand. They are not the same thing. I'm sorry to inform you. Just because somebody broke your leg doesn't mean they're going to fix it for you. It's going to fix itself within its own body. You are going to fix you. Get around the concept. Wrap your brain around that. That's just what it is. Be accountable for yourself. Take responsibility for yourself. And stop expecting somebody to care more about you than you care about you. Because if you don't care enough about you, they definitely don't care about you. Plain and simple. Short, sweet, to the point. That's just what it is. So, again, I'm not here to make you like me. If you don't like it, hey, sorry. Like, I can't do anything other than be me all the time. And anybody who knows me is going to know that this is pretty much how I talk to just about anybody. And I do mean anybody. Side note, the following topic is going to be about mental health. Now, this is again where it's gonna get a little bit tricky. I would primarily like to focus on male mental health. Not that I'm biased or anything. Mental health is an issue in the world in a major way, but male mental health is not talked about enough. And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the fact that there aren't enough outlets out there. And I don't know if it's because obviously I'm not a man, but I don't know if it's the culture around being a male that causes it to be such a taboo subject that nobody wants to talk about. But I'm going to talk about it. It's what's going to be discussed. So that being said, same concept as yesterday. I'm going to post this on my social media, which I'm linking everything down below. I do have a specific social media for this page, but it's still under construction, so I'm using my personal one. So I'll be posting that for anybody who knows me. I mean, obviously you know what it is. Anybody who wants to know, everything's going to be linked down below. Feel free to chime in there, chime in here, email me, however you want to chime in to this discussion. But tomorrow is going to be a little bit heavier. And I say that because my experience around it is not a pleasant one. I have not come in contact with a positive version of this topic that any male that I know, or within my circle, or within my husband's circle, or within my husband even, nobody that has a positive outlook on this subject. And if I'm wrong, this is why I need you to chime in. If you are a male and you feel like you don't have a mental issue with your day-to-day, be it whatever, to whatever extent that is. Let me know, because that's not something I get to hear. I mean, granted, good things are usually silent, and the bad is usually what's out there and in your face. But we want to try and change the narrative around that. So that being said, love and light always. Chime in. Just pay attention. Just stay tuned. Subscribe. Hit the bell, because I'm if I can, I'm gonna almost probably post every day. I think I've come to the conclusion that until I get to a higher level, because obviously this is just, video 2, but it's not always going to be in my car. It's not always going to be while I'm at work. But as long as I have this time, why not just shoot it on my phone and get it out there to you? I mean, what else am I doing? I'm on break and I'm not doing anything. So why not do this? This is why I'm here. This is why I'm talking about all the stuff I like to talk about, instead of just doing it behind closed doors all the time. I'm going to do it right here in your face, being me. So, hello. Anyway, so chime in, let me know what your thoughts are, and be ready. Stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I want to get as much people involved as I can, and I want to build a community here with my channel that allows everybody to feel comfortable talking about the things that you may not feel comfortable talking to your immediate friends, your immediate circle, your immediate family, whatever it is about. Just a side little disclaimer. I've been one of those people where I felt like I just couldn't open up and talk to them. So instead, since everybody has always felt open enough to talk to me versus me being the other way around, this is me changing that about myself, but in a way that serves everybody else. So yes, a food truck just drove by. We get food trucks at work, so just ignore the stuff going on behind me, okay? But anyways, so stay tuned. I'll be posting today. I will get this out here as soon as possible. No, we're not making it all perfect. So if there's stuff where I'm stuttering, if there's stuff where you feel like, okay, girl, you're in a sweatshirt all the time, you're sitting in your car, it's gonna happen. I'm shooting on my phone, okay? I'm in the car, I'm shooting on my phone, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not taking all that fancy time to edit. I will eventually. It's just not happening right now. So just bear with me, okay? Grow with the channel. Be privileged that you are one of the first in a very long line, because I don't see myself stopping anytime soon, because as you can see, I probably like to talk more than people are willing to listen. But anyway, all that, cut it short. Subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you tomorrow.